Bonjour mes amis, bienvenue au prochain leçon de vidéo de français 2, les pronoms compléments directs, PCD. I like to call them the PCD because it's just easier than saying pronom complément direct all the time. So PCD. So whenever you hear me say PCD, I am referring to the words and structures that we are talking about today. So let's begin. Qu'est-ce que c'est? So what is it? A PCD is the exact same thing as we call a direct object pronoun in English. So you've probably heard phrase direct object and direct object pronoun. This is what the PCD does in French. So how do you know what a direct object is? The question is, what is getting verbed in the sentence? So what is getting verbed? So if your verb is can, what's getting canned? If your verb is play, what is being played? If your verb is eat, what's being eaten? So you have to ask yourself that question, and that is how you'll always find the direct object. The direct object pronoun then replaces that object. So, in order to be able to use the direct object pronoun, we have to understand what the direct object is. In order to find the direct object, we have to know what is being verbed. When you can answer that question, then you will always know where your direct object is. Okay. Regardez ces exemples. In English, so if I have a direct object, I like ice cream. So the question is, what am I liking? What's being liked in that sentence? I or ice cream? What's being liked? Ice cream. You know the girl. What is being known? The girl. She is watching TV. What is being watched? TV. We don't have the napkins. Well, what is it that we don't have? The napkins. They are not following the teacher. What's not being followed? The teacher. So in every single one of these, I just asked what is being verbed or not being verbed in case of the negative. And the answer to that question is my direct object. I can take that object out and replace it with a pronoun in English. So instead of saying I like ice cream, I could say I like it. You know the girl becomes you know her. She is watching TV, she is watching it. We don't have the napkins, we don't have them. They are not following the teacher, they are not following him. So this is how it works in English. You've been doing it your whole English speaking lives, so this should not be new information to you. Maybe just knowing the technical terms might be a little bit of a foreign idea, but this part should not. So you have direct objects, which are typically always after the verb anyways, and we can replace them with direct object pronouns in English, which again just goes in the same place. In French, however, les PCD are a little different. Copiez, s'il vous plaît. Me becomes me, just like we use with our reflexive pronouns. You becomes te, just like under reflexive pronouns. In fact, us and y'all, nous and vous, are going to be the same, just like they are for our reflexive pronouns. The ones that are different are going to be him, her, it, and them. So if you were trying to say, I like him, or I see it, you're going to use le or L apostrophe. I like her, or I see it when it is a feminine object, la or L apostrophe. If you're going to say I see them, you will use les. So pause this, write this down. You're going to want this chart for future reference. Okay, on y va. So, regardez le système. Look at how it works. With the objet direct. So this sentence is on the left, in the black, with the bold. Have the direct object in the sentence. Nous faisons les courses. We are doing the shopping. Nous faisons les courses. So what is being done? Les courses. So when I take that direct object out, I know I would need to replace it with les to mean them. Tu prends l'anglais? Are you taking English? So what's being taken? English. So I take out l'anglais, which is masculine, and I know I'm going to replace it with the PCD, le, for masculine singular. Elle regarde la télé. She is watching TV. What is being watched? La télé. So I take out la télé, replace it with la since it's feminine. J'aime la science. What do I like? La science. So I take out la science and replace it with la. However, since the verb starts with a vowel, I'm going to put an L apostrophe. And then when I put this back into the sentence, then I have these sentences. Nous les faisons, or tu les prends, or elle la regarde, or je l'aime. So we are doing it. Are you taking it? She is watching it. I like it. So notice how it can be used a lot in French, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be the same way you write it. Also, you should notice that where is the PCD? Where does it go in the French sentence? In English, as I already said, the direct object and the direct object pronoun go after the verb. But in French, that's not the case. The direct object will go after the verb, but the PCD, the direct object pronoun, goes somewhere else. And that gets us to the big key rule here. En français, le PCD se trouve avant le verbe. In French, the direct object pronoun, PCD, is located before the verb. Just like our reflexive pronouns, the pronoun goes before the verb. So simple formula. You have your subject, sujet. You have your PCD, your direct object pronoun. You have your conjugated verb. And then if you have a ROS, anything else, the rest of your sentence, that goes after your verb like normal. So sujet, PCD, verb, ROS. That is how it should go. Des autres exemples. So we have subjects, we have PCD, and we have verb. So we have je te regarde. I am watching you. Tu le manges. You are eating it. Il nous connaît. He knows us. Elle me déteste. She hates me. Nous la prenons. We are taking it. Vous les achetez. You are buying them. Notice how I said les acheter because I've got an S in front of a vowel sound, so I'm going to make that Z connection. Vous les achetez. Ils l'aiment. They like it, or they like him, or they like her. There's no context. Elle vous aide. Again, with the Z sound. Elle vous aide. They are helping you. So in each one of these sentences, I have a subject. Je, tu, il, nous, vous, il. I have a direct object pronoun, a PCD, te, le, nous, me, la, les, le, vous. And I have a conjugated verb, regarde, mange, connaît, etc. You will notice the verb is conjugated for the subject. Je regarde, tu manges, il connaît, elle déteste. The PCD does not affect what happens to the verb. The verb is still being conjugated just for the subject. So when we write a sentence with a PCD, we just have to remember what it is and where it goes. So, tu le manges, you eat it. Nous la prenons, we are taking it. Ils l'aiment, they like her. So it doesn't affect the conjugation of the verb. The only thing it affects is what the sentence says. And you just got to put it in the right place, which is always before the verb. Bon, on y va. So on this one, I want you to try it for yourself. Maintenant, c'est à toi. Now it's your turn. So I have 5 sentences on here. And completing this quick little exercise and making sure it's right will help you with your assignment for today. So pause the video and I want you to translate these sentences into French, making sure you put the PCD in the right spot. And I've even helped you by highlighting the English direct object pronoun to help you figure out which one that you need to put. For instance, he wraps it. It is going to be masculine, so I know I need to use le, L-E. He, il, wraps. Emballe, using our old vocabulary, starts with a vowel, so that le is going to become an L apostrophe. So that first sentence should be il emballe. So pause the video here and continue with the translating. Okay, you should have had enough time by now to hopefully translate them. You like them. If you used tu or vous, that's fine as long as you conjugated the verb correctly. Them should be les, so we should have tu les aimes. Tu les aimes. I am watching y'all. If you put suis in that sentence, I want you to smack your hand right now because you know that in French we do not use linking verbs unless it's in the past tense. This is not the case. So there should not be a suis in the sentence at all. So y'all should be vous, and I should have regard for je vous regarde. I am watching y'all. They are helping us. Again, if you have R in there, shame on you because you did it wrong. They are helping us, which becomes nous. They are helping us. Ils nous aident. Ils nous aident. Did you conjugate the verb correctly? Because that is just as important. You don't want to speak any gibberish. She is inviting me. Well, me's easy because it's just me. Inviting, invité with an M apostrophe. Elle m'invite. Okay, mesdames, messieurs. So, if you practice that, you might have a basic understanding of how to use these PCD in simple sentences. Your assignment for today that goes along with this for today is going to help you master making sure you know how to use these PCD correctly in the right spot and remembering to conjugate your verbs correctly. A bientôt!